What is up? What is going on, everybody? I am back with another post game recap. And again, it's another post game recap for the Arizona Coyotes. The name is not changing. It's still the Trident podcast, but I thought I'd mix it up and throw a little Yotes in there with the Kachina podcast name, but nothing is changing for anything with the channel. Thank you guys for watching these. If you do, I know these don't get as many views as my baseball ones. Not surprised. But I do enjoy talking hockey and doing these. So I appreciate the support. If you guys could hit that like button for me and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. I imagine if you're a Coyotes fan, you're probably still enjoying baseball season as a D-backs fan. So hopefully you'll be along and this will grow a little bit as the season goes along. Really nice win for the Yotes today. They absolutely dominate the St. Louis Blues 6-2. Nice bounce back after a tough performance against the Islanders on what's night? Thursday. So on Tuesday night, where they just looked dead. And it was the second game of a back-to-back. I didn't expect them to come out super strong in that game, but a very poor performance early in the year. Today, everything they did wrong in that game against the Islanders, they did right tonight against the Blues. Now, a lesser opponent for sure, so that helps the cause, but still an impressive win and a 2-2 road trip to start the year to go play New Jersey, the Rangers, the Islanders, and the Blues. Not an easy way to start the year, and to get that 2-2 with 4 points, I will take that any day of the week. Come home for the home opener on Saturday against the Ducks. So it should be a lot of fun. Great game today, a lot to get into. First thing I want to start out with is, let me go to my notes here. What are the two things I talked about the most on Tuesday night were the lack of shots and getting killed on the faceoffs. Well, the Yotes did the exact opposite of that today. They outshot the Blues 42-26, and they won the faceoffs 41-33. And that absolutely mattered. They got to control the puck. I don't know what the zone time is, or I'd love to see a stat for how much time each team had with the puck. I don't know if I can find that anywhere, because my gosh, the Yotes absolutely dominated that. I feel like they had the puck for the majority of this game. Most of the game was played in the St. Louis zone, and everybody contributing. That's a good thing too. It wasn't just Keller. It wasn't just Schmaltz. It was a lot of different guys getting points today. So I'll go through all that. But those were the two keys. You know, sometimes you just got to simplify the game. Sometimes you just got to try to put the puck on the net and score. You know, you can get too cute in this game sometimes. I don't think that was the issue for the Yotes on Tuesday. I think they were tired and they're playing a good defensive team in the Islanders. But things opened up much more today for Arizona. And like I said, 42 shots versus 14 the other day. And what a shock. You put 6 goals in the net. Also, great job by the power play unit today. The Yotes scored 3 goals on 4 power plays. And the only power play they didn't score on, actually, I think they did score on that last power play. I think they actually, I was going to say the last power play, I don't think they scored on, but I think they actually did. They didn't look great. I think that's the one Dursey got the final goal on. I'll check it out. And then denying the Blues 0 for 3 on power play. So the special teams, that was an issue a bit against the Rangers, played much better today. And like I said, just a really impressive win. And now you go back home 2-2. And I think if you're a Yotes fan, you got to be feeling pretty good right now. So let's get to the scoring recap here real quick. A lot to talk about. I'll break down period by period. First period, just one goal. It was Nick Bukestad on the power play with the assist to Michelli and Valimaki. First points of the year for Michelli and Valimaki. Bukestad's first goal of the year. I feel like he scored, but I think it was just the shootout against the Devils that he scored. Second period, and that was it for the first period. Second period was a little wild. Yotes started out 2:34 into the period. Clayton Keller on a beautiful assist from Nick Schmaltz. Keller goes forehand, backhand, puts it in over Hofer, who I thought struggled a little bit tonight. I don't think he was getting much help from his defense. That made it 2-0. Second goal for Keller this season. Jacob Verana answers for the Blues. Just kind of got open in the middle of the zone, put it in. That made it 2-1. That was 7:02 into the second period. Scandella and Hayes with the assist there for the Blues. And that was kind of when you're thinking, okay, you know, Arizona's dominated this game so far, but just 2-1. St. Louis is right back in it. And then 42 seconds later, Michael Carcone puts in the goal with the assist to Dursey, his first year. Just a beautiful goal there from Carcone. I'll get to it a little bit. He was actually robbed on a shorthanded goal earlier, and it was off turnovers. The Schmaltz goal, the Schmaltz assist on the Keller goal was off a turnover. The Carcone goal was off a turnover. And then 13:58 in the second period, Nick Schmaltz scores on a beautiful assist from Clayton Keller. And that was kind of the dagger at that point. It was 4-1 as the second period came to an end. Third period on the power play, Jason Zucker scores for the Yotes, assist to Michelli and Valimaki. Same as it was for the Bukestad goal, same two guys on the assist. So great to see different guys getting involved for the Yotes. 2 points tonight for Valimaki was cool. And then Michelli was all over the ice. I thought he played a fantastic game. Barrett Hayton did well. Unfortunately, Barrett Hayton doesn't get a point tonight. But, man, he had some great opportunities. You keep getting those good opportunities, the puck will find the net. So, really impressive play from Michelli. And I thought Barrett Hayton, even though he doesn't end up on the score sheet, played really well. The Blues, that was 2:09 into the third period on the power play goal. Sammy Blas gets one 3:16 into the third period. Verana with the assist, that made it 5-2. Again, not much to worry about. And then 16:59 into the third period, the final power play for the Yotes, and Sean Dursey scores on an assist from Logan Cooley, his fourth assist of the year. So 4 points already for Logan Cooley on the road trip. Doesn't get a goal. Had a couple opportunities to put one in, but couldn't do it. So the Yotes just really dominate this game. 6 goals, really a breath of fresh air for this team after not doing any, really looked pretty good offensively against the Devils, struggled against the Rangers and Islanders, not totally shocking there, but a really nice bounce back offensive performance. So let's get into the notes real quick that I have. First period, Connor Ingram played a really nice game. The goalies look good, and they've each played twice. Vejmelka played against the Devils and against the Islanders and was solid, especially in that third period and in overtime in the shootout. Veggie really stepped up and had a good game. Ingram has started against the Rangers and tonight against the Blues. I thought he's looked really good. I like what Andre Tierney's doing early. I'd still prefer Vejmelka a little bit, but Ingram's done a nice job. And listen, keep these guys fresh. It's kind of like catchers in baseball a little bit, rotate them in and out. And if it's working, it's working. I imagine Vejmelka will be in goal on Saturday for the home opener. So yeah, he made a real nice save on a wraparound attempt by the Blues. I thought for sure it was going to get in. Vejmelka just sticks the right pad. No, let's see. I'm trying to think his angle there. I think it would have been his left pad out and saves it. Great save by, I think it's a Vejmelka. Ingram. Great save by Ingram. Yotes go to the power play. Too many on the ice for the Blues. That was where the Bukestad goal came from. And that was pretty much it for the first period. Second period was pretty crazy. Talked about the Schmaltz Keller goal set up on the turnover. Some Blues turnovers really led to the Yotes being able to get out and run. Beautiful goal by Clayton Keller. Starts with the forehand, moves to the side, goes to the backhand. Just picture perfect. Keller again in his hometown in St. Louis dominating. It seems like he always has a big game in St. Louis. The Yotes really seem to play well in St. Louis. I don't know what it is. But that's kind of been, every now and then you have a visit. There's always in sports that visiting stadium that's a house of horrors. And then there's one that's just like, you just win there no matter what. Something about it. And that seems to be St. Louis for the Yotes. Blues go to the power play in the second period. They really tried to get Kyrou set up a bunch of times. And they had an open opportunity. Kyrou was in the corner there. Perfect pass to him, and it just went off his stick. Connor Ingram was facing the other way. I think if Kyrou was able to keep that on the stick and shoot it in, I think they get a goal there. But the Yotes catch a bit of a break and really sloppy play from the Blues during that power play. Kyrou a few times just couldn't control the puck. They had him open in the corner, and he just couldn't keep the puck on the stick. And ends up leading to the Blues not scoring. Actually, on that power play, talk about the Blues being sloppy. Towards the end of it, the Yotes actually had more time in the Blues zone shorthanded. Carcone was robbed, I thought, of a shorthanded goal. Nice play by Hofer there on that one. And there was actually, I think they had 2 or 3 shots shorthanded on that. That second minute of the power play was really controlled by the Yotes shorthanded. Kind of set the tone there, and that's when you felt like this game was just going the Yotes' way. Verana scores, just kind of got wide open in the middle, not a lot of pressure there. I don't know if the Yotes just kind of fell asleep, but when you can come up the middle there and fire, you're going to be in good chance to put it in. Verana does that, makes it 2-1. Then Carcone off the turnover, just tucks it inside. Carcone led, I think, for the Roadrunners last year. What do you have, 34 goals last year or something like that? So good to see him coming up and making an impact. Schmaltz scores from Keller. Great pass from Clayton Keller. Blues go on the power play again in the second period, and Connor Ingram really showed up in this one because the Coyotes could not get a clear. I don't think they played poor defensively. Dumba took one off his shoulder. I think he was hurt. So he was giving it all he got, and that unit was just gassed. You could see the legs. Listen, you're out there on the ice for 2-3 minutes. It gasses you. If you've never done it, go skate for 2-3 minutes nonstop, and you will be exhausted. So great job. Connor Ingram saved 3 shots. Saad, I think, had all 3 for the Blues. He was peppering the goal, and Ingram made some really, really good saves. And again, important at that point. I think it was 4-1. They get a goal 4-2. You go in the third period down 2. You still feel like you have hope if you're the Blues. So a nice job there by Connor Ingram. And I like I said, I don't think the penalty kill was bad. I think they were so gassed. They had some decent defensive moments. They just could not get that clear. And then Dumba getting hurt, but because they couldn't get the clear, they couldn't get off the ice or anything like that. So, unfortunate that happened, but no harm, no foul. Third period, shout out to the Yotes in the third period. They absolutely controlled the puck. They're up 4-1 going into the third period. Very easy to just dump and chase, make sure, the other team doesn't get off and, trying to, it's almost like a prevent defense in football. You see teams do that a lot. Man, the Yotes took it to them. They controlled the offensive zone almost the entire third period, I thought. A really, really impressive period for Arizona. The first 3 minutes, they completely, I think the puck was in the blue zone the entire time, and they go to the power play, and Zucker on a one-timer puts it in, and I think that was the assist from Michelli and Valimaki, and the one-timer, Zucker puts it in his first goal as a Coyote, coming over from Pittsburgh, so that was really good to see. And they just kept the pressure on. They get another power play in the third, and Sean Dursey puts it in. Again, just great offensive zone time, despite having a three-goal lead. Then it went to 4. Then it was back to 3. The Yotes kept the pressure on, and I think they caught the Blues off guard a little bit, thinking that they were just going to play a lot more defensive hockey, and they were on the attack, and it was really good to see. What was great to see tonight was points from so many different guys. Valimaki getting involved. We saw Michelli show up tonight and have a big game. Carcone gets in there. Like I said, he could have had a shorthanded goal, but he does knock one in later. Zucker gets on the board with his first. Dursey, that's his second goal of the year. And then Keller and Schmaltz. Sometimes your best players have got to do it as well, and you need those contributing guys on the roster, and everybody contributed. Like I said, even eating on the board, I thought Barrett Hayton played really well tonight. Valimaki was good. Dumba didn't get on the board for a point, but I thought he was solid tonight. Connor Ingram was really good in goal. I'll go look at the box score real quick, see if anybody else stood out to me, but that's about it. Bukestad gets the goal. Carcone was solid. Cooley gets a point. Lawson Krause, would love to see Lawson Krause get going here. But I thought he played all right. Barrett Hayton, like I said, didn't get on the board, but I thought played well. Clayton Keller, fantastic. Kerfoot didn't see him much tonight. Michelli was good. McBain had a good look at a goal late, couldn't get it in. And then Schmaltz and Zucker played good. Dermott played well defensively. Had to come out with an injury, but got back on the ice. I thought Valimaki really played well, although he was a -1, surprising, but it is what it is. Not to worry about that. He gets 2 points. So real nice win. Yotes will come home for the home opener against the Ducks on Saturday. So hopefully they can get back over 500 and good road trip. Listen, in any sport, you have a 4-city road trip, 4 games. I think you could take 500 any day of the week. So hopefully the Yotes can come home and get some wins at the Mullet and get some W's. So that's my recap for tonight. Hit the like button for me. Hit subscribe if you're new. It just helps out my channel on the road to 2,500 subs. Thank you guys for all the support. I appreciate it. Have a great night. Enjoy. You got Thursday night football tonight. You got playoff baseball, so I'm not sure how many people are going to watch this recap, but hope you guys enjoyed the game if you're a Yotes fan, and have a great night. Go Yotes. Peace.